Hello, dear souls. Today we'll talk about chapter 4 of the Bhagavad Gita. There are 9 themes in chapter 4. From verses 1 through 6, the Lord talks about the origin of the spiritual science, how he gave this knowledge to Vivashwan or the sun god 120 million years ago. So, this might sound far fetched with this modern theory where human life only evolved 100,000 years ago, but we are talking about Devatas. 120 million years ago, the Supreme Lord gave it to the Devata, Vivaswan or sun god. Please also see my other videos debunking Darwinism using archaeological stratification techniques, where I make it clear that human beings existed even 300, 500, 600 million years ago. And in verses 7 through 9, the reason for Krishna's descent is given, why he actually came into this world. And in verses 10 to 15, Lord Krishna rewards proportionately. So he says, Ye yathamam prapadyante tam statha yu vajamyaham. So to the degree to which you take attention to me or surrender to me, I will reward you accordingly. And in verses 16 to 20, the Lord talks about action and inaction. So there is action, karma. There is bad action, vikarma. There is good action, sukarma, and then there is no action or inaction called akarma. In akarma, you're still acting, but since you're acting for the pleasure of the Supreme, there is no karma that is getting accumulated. In sukarma as well as vikarma, you are actually getting the results of your activities. Then in verses 21 to 23, the Lord talks about giving up proprietorship. So we normally are very attached to whatever we earn, whatever we are able to control. But the Lord's point is give it up. By giving up, you will get out of the bondage of the material world. And then in verses 24 to 30, the Lord talks about the various types of sacrifices. The sacrifices done by brahmacharis, where they are preserving their semen, not having sex. And basically, that's one form of sacrifice. The grihasthas work hard like a donkey at offices and factories, and they make money. So sacrificing of that money is considered to be a sacrifice for grihastha. Sacrifice for vanaprastha, staying away from family. The vanaprasthas are required to detach from the family life and go to holy places, pilgrimage sites, and travel around the world and preach. So that is a sacrifice. And finally, sannyasis, they give up everything, the family, the wealth, the house, and they are just traveling to engage other people in Krishna consciousness and elevate their consciousness to get out of this cycle of birth and death. Then we have sacrificing with knowledge, where Krishna talks in verses 31 to 33. It's better, he says, that you sacrifice with knowledge. Don't do it randomly. Sometimes people randomly do fasting um, or some kind of strike where they fast until death or things of that sort. That is not recommended according to Lord Krishna. Then in verses 34 to 36, the importance and ways to approach a parampara guru is given. So the Lord is actually suggesting that tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas darshana. He is saying with pranipat, with humility, one should surrender to a guru. Pariprashnena, you ask the questions. Sevaya, while doing service. Upadekshanti te jnanam, the guru will give you the knowledge. Why? Jnaninas tattva darshanaha, because the guru is ahead of you in that spiritual path and he's a tattvadarshi. He knows the knowledge, so he's giving it to you. And finally, from verses 37 to 42, the Lord talks about Jnana Yoga, yoga of knowledge, and he considers this higher than karma. So in chapter 3, he gave elaborate activity of karma yoga. Here in 37 to 42, he is giving elaborate description of Jnana Yoga. So that brings us to an end of chapter 4 summary. See you next time in chapter 5. Hare Krishna.